Good morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. So we had quite a big change on the 24-hour difference. Is that this tells us that the herd are going long on the indices. So if they continue to do this, we're going to have this number go towards neutral. If we go into positive territory, then it tells us the herd are going to be long on indices. So we really don't want them to be buying. If they continue to buy like this, we're going to flip over into positive territory, and then we'll be quite bearish, and it could get quite ugly because the treasury yields are really risk off. Okay, so I think what's buoying the market right now is retail sentiment, and we were at 12 on the technical risk calculation. We're now sitting at 28, so we have improved since Friday, but this is a slight omen. Okay, and this is how we closed on Friday. It's quite a mixed picture. QDB scores, so we've got EG at the top and we've got AC at the bottom, so that's fine. We're negative, slightly positive, so you could look for longs on EG potentially, but you know what that pair's like, it can be quite horrendous. And before we talk about the indices and gold, just to say that the dashboard information is now here. Okay, so that's where we can find the currency pairs, just on the hamburger menu, so hopefully it's not too bad, and you just click what you want there. Okay, so we're going to talk about the indices now. And so with the fact that they've gone, they're starting to go long, so I think we're probably going to break this box, so we can draw a rectangle if it'll allow me to. And yeah, it's going to be this box here, so we should be below this because they're going long. Okay, so look for sales there with a stop loss round about there, so get it like a nice tight stop and you get a good risk to reward. So but they'll need to continue to go long, like I said in Discord. All right, so if they continue, then we'll fall, and then that's where your stop's going to be, and that's where your entry is going to be, and then you could even target those lows, and there'll be loads of stop loss clusters down there probably. Okay, so that's a trade setup there, so sells there, all right, and then stop loss there. Yeah, come on. Look at DAX and load in, come on. And so it's a bit sideways. It's very hard to forecast when it's going sideways. You'd want them to be doing like a nice move, so we went sideways, then a nice move, and we saw that reaction there. Okay, so sideways, then we could see a nice move. Perhaps they might short it. If we do, then a nice move to the upside, but we're going to have some resistance. All right, so there would be a supply there, for example, and there is one there, and so you know, you just have to just map the crossovers to your chart. It's really simple, but if they continue to sell, up will come. All right, it's just really cruel, but it is what it is. Here's Ferry. And we might be a little bit sideways on this. We are ever so slightly, but they are selling it. So there's your potential stop loss here, here, or here, depending on your, your risk appetite and your risk threshold, and whether or not you want like a wider stop. If you did, you might be okay. If you want a tighter stop, you could just have one there. But they're selling it, so we should be coming up higher. You could theoretically look for a long above that wick. It's quite a scary candle, that one, so you could look for longs there, but then where would you put your stop? So it's quite tricky. Yeah, it's just one of those things that you'd probably have to look at, I think, perhaps maybe on a smaller time frame for entry, but and also you need that to continue to come down south, and then in order for this to come up, and then if we did come up high, we're going to encounter some resistance, where I think this might even coincide on Thursday because we've got the Powell speech. So I think inevitably we're going to come up and retest that, but it's going to struggle in this box, right? Same with US 500 as well. Exactly the same situation. Is that we're going to probably struggle in this box, but inevitably we could go higher, and you could look for longs with TP up here, or you could look for a long above that box, and you can target this resistance here. But they're sideways currently, and that's the indices and gold taken care of. And then just quickly look at the robot, and we've got AU long and CJ sells, and these might go to our stop loss. It will depend on risk appetite, of course, and of course this will need a little bit of risk on, obviously, for this to do well, but we'll have to wait and see. And I'll be back later Probably about 11 or 12 o'clock. Just got some things to be taken care of, and then we can look at the robot later, and I'll give you guys a report in the evening. So remember to trade safely, and remember to know where your exit is as well. If you don't know where your exit is, you're going to encounter difficulties, because you could just move your stop lower, and then inevitably come down and take your stop, and then it'll be quite horrific, and it could be quite damaging as well for your, for your account, and also psychologically as well. So it's really important to know your exit. Keep your stop nice and tight if you can, and also know about your position size as well. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Remember to trade safely, and have a good day.